Across the waves where the stories flow, Demi and Kiwi steal the show. One's from the bush, one's from the green, telling tales of all they've seen. Music, films, and the latest news, places wild and viral views. Tasman Talk, it's where we meet. Laughter sharp and insight sweet. Dive on in, the banter's gold. Tasman Talk never gets old.
Hello, we are back.
Kia ora, tēnā koe, haere mai.
What did you say? I got the first part. I know what
I
that
said
is.
hello, good morning, hello to everyone.
Hello, what she said. Good morning, what she said to everybody. How is everybody out there today? I better turn on the comments, I suppose. Yep, they're on. Well, so what have you been up to over there in New Zealand? What's the weather like?
The weather's stable, to say the least. We've had up and downs. We've had very high highs and very low lows. We've had 30-degree days, Celsius, and some days like today, we've got a high of 14 for the day, and it's raining.
That's
Yeah.
14 for the day. Oh my God.
Yep.
You sound like Melbourne. You're having 4 seasons in one day.
Oh, absolutely you do. Yeah. We've had a
It's been
hailstorm
hot.
last week, which you don't get here very often at all.
Right. Oh, okay.
Not like Australia.
No.
They're very rare.
We've had storm after storm after storm. We've lost the pine tree out of the front yard. We lost half the back fence. Yeah.
Wow.
Just constant storms. And it's unusual because it doesn't normally happen here until January that we have these really, really bad storms coming up. But yeah, we do. I've got to try and figure out how to add this. I'll just stick us back there and put the comments back on. Hey, good to see you guys. Deb's back in. I could not get the notice across to you, Deb, for some reason on X.
You haven't got me side by side.
Oh yeah, that's because I changed off dynamic.
That's better.
Yeah, so I was hoping Deb got it because I was going to send it to her with WhatsApp. But as everyone knows, WhatsApp went absolutely ballistic on me a couple of weeks ago. I lost all my connections and everything and had to actually open a new one. So I'm glad to see Deb's in and is here and is our lovely monitor again. And
Manotha is there too, I think.
how
Yeah, Manotha.
is How
Yeah.
you doing? Oh, that is so cool. That's awesome. Love it. Okay, and so what I've got to try and figure out how to do, I've got instructions. Look, instructions on how to use EV mugs. Now, if you'll just all be patient while I actually find out how to do it. No, it's not. All right. Anyway, so what do you reckon about this? I think we've got to give it to New Zealand, don't we? I mean, you guys really have got, you've got the rough end of the deal from Australia. I didn't know. I mean, I'm Australian born and bred. I did not know we were thieves in every sense of the word.
What?
You know what we should have done, mate? We should have done what hasn't Australia, not what hasn't Australia knocked off from bloody New Zealand, because then we could probably fill 5 shows. Because we
Oh dear.
got everything off from it, you know. I'm pretty sure. So it would be absolutely pointless of me to continue on trying to find things that are legitimately Australian and that we have claimed, because there's none.
It's very little.
They're all legitimately New Zealand. So
Yeah.
what, in amongst my stuff though, researching and that, tell you what I did find. I'm glad Manoth is here too. You can't hear me. Manoth says he can't hear me. Can you hear me now? I'll talk up a bit. Ugh. Let me know if you
Yes.
can hear me now.
Sounds
Feel
fine
like
to
I
me.
love Demi, bring your mic closer. Yeah. Am I loud to you?
No, you're right. No.
I'm not. Okay. Because they're saying they can't hear me. Okay. I'll just
Okay.
come a bit closer. Or I'll go into settings and just turn it up a little bit. I could do that. All right. Let me just go back into settings, because sound settings. And I'll just turn it up, because I turned it right down because I was literally screaming at Kiwi this morning. Is that any better?
Yeah, you're louder now.
Okay, all right. So I can sit back. All right. Okay, yeah, so I'm glad Manoth is here, because when I was deep diving trying to find something that was legitimately Australian, which was an absolute hopelessness, started talking about the rivalry, right, between Australia and New Zealand and how far it goes back. And one of the things that was really brought out was that Australia goes on a Kiwi deporting spree. I'm absolutely stunned about this. Now, Kiwi knows about it. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
But currently in Australia, we have the highest number of people deported from Australia who have a criminal background, and I'm talking about very minor stuff. The highest number of people from a particular country, it's New Zealand. Tell us why, Kiwi. What is this all about? This started back in, 1941 or something?
Yeah.
2014.
We have automatic visas between the two countries. We don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to apply for a visa to go and live in Australia, and Australians don't have to have a visa to come in New Zealand. And in 2014, they changed the laws. Before then, if a New Zealander, for instance, committed a crime, they would go to an Australian court and do time in an Australian prison. But then, for some silly reason, the Australian Prime Minister decided that's not good enough. We'll send them back to New Zealand.
I believe that was John Howard.
John Howard. Now, the thing was that he's sending back people that have never lived in New Zealand their entire life. And they're escorted back on the plane to Auckland and dumped at the airport and left there. Now, these people have to they have got no family here. All their family live back in Australia.
Yeah.
They've got no income. They've got nothing. And our Prime Minister sat down with the Australian Prime Minister last year and tried to get them to change that law. It doesn't work the other way around, because the young man that committed the mosque shootings and killed, I think it was 50 plus people. He walked into the mosque, not far from me. I heard the gunshots. That's how close the mosque is to me.
Right.
And open fired on people that were in praying. Now, they included babies, children, old people who were in wheelchairs, and young people. And he went on a rampage, killed all these people, got back in his car, drove to another mosque about, 20k away, and he did the same thing there. And that's where he got caught, and that's where he got busted. And he's Australian.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when you said that. I just assumed, being a mosque and stuff like that, I don't know what I assumed, but I didn't think it'd be Australian. But not on top of that, I mean, I've just read, and it's only recently come about, he's entitled to appeal through the New Zealand courts.
He's facing, he got sentenced to 58, I think it was, life sentences.
And
he's appealing. And the whole country's up in arms. Why is he still here? Why isn't he being deported back to Australia?
Hi, Anjanette. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. What's interesting, though, is that at the same time that this is being reported, and this guy, horrible serial killer, there's a New Zealand guy which is sitting currently in Christmas Island that was born in Australia, came out here when he was just a couple of years old, so all the family and everything, working a deadline, imagine that, sis. All the family and everything are out here. He has no one in New Zealand, but they're going to deport him. He got his charge, his criminal activity was that he was unarmed and attempted a robbery of a 7-Eleven here. Now they're going to deport him back to a country that he knows absolutely nothing about, but that mongrel is sitting in New Zealand having murdered an Australian who's murdered all of those people, and he has the right to appeal. This guy is sitting in Christmas Island. He's only a young bloke. I think he was 20 years old or 21 years old or something like that. There's something very, very wrong with all of this. There's something
with the system.
Really, really wrong.
Mm.
Do you know what I found even more astounding, though? You know how I was saying last week, I get really annoyed but I can also understand why a treaty has never been formed with Australian Indigenous people, right? Yeah. And I said one of the things that I really love about New Zealand, especially when I was system run by idiots, what I love about New Zealand is that they have a treaty with their Maori tribes and whatever. And Australia is, I believe, one of only one other country in the world that doesn't have a treaty with their Indigenous people. But, where is it?
Does America have a treaty with the Indian?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, with the majority of it, yeah. Mm. But New Zealand is, its colonists had it established Maori Herring Song. We actually, Australia recognised the Maori people, and hang on, I'm going to have to find that because this absolutely astounded me. And we allowed them more. We took on. We're saying the Maori people. We will have like a similar treaty with them, not the same as what New Zealand have got, but we recognised the Maori Indigenous people long before we recognised our Australian. Well, we haven't. We haven't given them any kudos whatsoever, basically. What is it? This is where I rely on Manotha. Australian Indigenous industry is run for profit by grifters, not for the Aboriginal people. Yet Australian government seems to respect the Maori people a heck of a lot more than it does our own Australian Indigenous people.
To a degree.
Just blew me away. Unless they're criminals.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
The young man that was sent back here was only 8 weeks old when he landed in Australia with his entire family, a young married chap.
Yeah.
And when he committed a misdemeanor, he was deported straight away. But he spent 100-something days in Christmas Island and then dumped in Auckland and had no family, no job, no money. And he was almost suicidal. All he wanted to do was go back to his family, and he couldn't.
Yeah, the army family he's known. That is just...
Yeah. I don't know what the outcome of that was, but I know that the two prime ministers have got together in the last 12 months trying to resolve this problem.
Well, currently, as I said, I think we've got 168, what was it, overseas people. Currently, pardon me, as of 30th of September 2025, we have 168 men and 18 women from New Zealand. Every other country that's being held in close detention are well underneath the 50s. United Kingdom, India, China, Indonesia, Iraq, Tonga, all of them. A quarter the number of New Zealanders that are actually in Christmas Island in detention at the moment. There is something seriously, seriously wrong. And it's got to be addressed. I mean, apparently many years ago, New Zealand was given the opportunity to be the seventh state of Australia. We're talking way back. And they knocked it back, and they've become under a lot of criticism because they knocked it back. Can you blame them? If this is the way another country that has its own, identity is being treated, imagine what they would have done if they had to become the seventh state of Australia. My God, that is just... Yeah, I'm just trying to find... I've got so many notes here, and what I should do, instead of doing my research at the last minute, I should get my notes more organised, and I will do that in the future. But I didn't know that. What have you uncovered? You're looking for something. I can see.
Yeah, there is no specific data currently to say how many Australians are in New Zealand prisons.
Probably because there's none.
It's estimated in 2021, 343 Australians
in New Zealand prisons.
New Zealand prisons.
Okay.
This was the argument that the prime ministers had between each other.
Yeah, but we have a population of 27 million, six times the number. Yet so what was that figure? 300 and something.
343.
Okay, so that's what, our population is 5 times, nearly 6 times higher than New Zealand. So there's that number of Australians, but there's 168 Kiwis in our on Christmas. The figures aren't gelling. One would assume if you took the population that the people being held in New Zealand prisons who are Australian would be at least 5 times, or 4 or 5 times as high as what's being held in Christmas Island with New Zealanders, but it's not. It's only half. That doesn't. Manotha says the real question is, why are people held in Christmas Island detentions at all? If they are guilty, send them home immediately.
It's
I
cost.
know that it is cost.
It's
but
money.
I know that we have a 10-year rule here, which doesn't appear to have to be relevant in terms of New Zealanders, but it is relevant to every other country. And that 10-year rule is, if I can find it, that 10-year rule is that it says that deportation probably will not take place if you have been a resident of this country for 10 years or more. That applies to other countries. It doesn't apply to New Zealand.
Doesn't apply to Kiwis.
No.
Because
Not at
this
all.
young man that was interviewed on television, he was in his mid-20s. He'd lived in Australia like 25 plus years.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't know New Zealand at all. He'd never even visited here. He had no reason to.
This young 21-year-old that's in Christmas Island at the moment is the same. He came here when he was 2 years old. That's his only history to New Zealand. There are no relatives. There's no nothing for him. Yet he's being detained because, and it was unarmed robbery, for God's sake. Unarmed. It's not like it was
Not like he walked into a mosque and shot 50 plus people.
Big difference. Yet he's being treated. The guy that did that, he's being treated.
He's been put in
to have more rights.
He's been put into segregated prison area because they don't want him mixing with prisoners. Because it's only natural what they're going to do to him.
Yeah. If he has been here for so long, why is he not a citizen? He's 22 years old. I don't know. Possibly.
God,
he's been here
up
since he was
until
2.
No, up until last year, it was almost impossible for a New Zealander to get a citizenship without paying huge dollars. Now,
okay, is that the reason?
When I lived in Australia, I looked at applying for citizenship.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to apply unless I'd been here prior to 2022
right.
in Australia, or 2002.
Right.
Sorry, 2002. And it was going to cost me $8,000.
Bloody hell. Really?
Now, they changed the law 12 months ago. My daughter, who lives in Australia, has just got her citizenship. And that huge fee has been wiped.
Okay,
So
well, maybe
it was
that's
only-
the reason. Yeah. He was
something
also
like-
that.
It was something like $285, $300 that she could
Well, the
apply
young
for
fella,
citizenship.
Manotha has said, the young fella I was talking about, the guy that came out here when he was 2, said, if he's been here for so long, why wasn't he a citizen? Well, he was growing up. He was a kid. So he's 22 years old now. So he's been here 20 years, but 18 of that he would have been a kid. So whether his parents didn't apply or what his circumstances, it could very well be that
Because
he was in
up
care or
until
something.
then, up until last year.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't. Yeah, because
It was
8,000.
it would have cost
Yeah.
his family, say he was one of 3 children, right?
Yeah.
Between 3 children and his parents, that's 5 people.
Yeah.
It would have cost them $45,000 to $50,000 to get citizenship. Now,
Well, there's the reason why,
that was
yeah.
impossible money. Yeah. They only,
Yeah.
as I say, they only changed the law 12 or so months ago.
Okay, so I'm kind of wondering whether, because of that cost, I was just saying we've got a very, very high number of people in Christmas Island who are New Zealanders, right, for very minimal offences, really misdemeanors, most of them. And the reason they're being deported is because they're not citizens, yet that cost is the reason that they're not citizens. So had that not been... I wonder what it costs to become a citizen in New Zealand. I wonder what the cost is in that. That would be interesting to find out.
I'll find out for you.
Go and do a deep dive. Go and do a deep dive and find out. That would be interesting because that could, I'm looking for some sort of reason as to why so many New Zealanders are awaiting deportation as against to other countries. there's the reason. That could very well be one of the reasons, because citizenship was so expensive in this country. They had no choice. They couldn't.
$560
Oh,
for an adult and $280 for a child under
bloody
16.
hell. That.
And
know
it's
what?
lower if you were here by descent.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're like that young Maori fella who was taken
Yeah.
away from New Zealand to live in
Yeah.
Australia when he was just a few weeks old, and he was deported back here, he could then
Yeah.
become a New Zealand citizen
Yeah.
by descent. Right.
One of the things that I did read was that often people are kept in Christmas Island and places like that simply because the countries, I doubt very much this would be New Zealand included in that, but the countries that they originally came from won't take them back. They just won't. So they're considered to have no country of origin. We have to keep them. There's nothing else we can do. We have to keep them. But I doubt very much that would have been any New Zealanders in that.
I know if you're a Indonesian or Japanese or Chinese descent and you go to Australia to live and apply for citizenship, you have to relinquish your citizenship to your country that you came from.
You can't have dual.
No.
Ah, okay.
Now, in New Zealand, my daughter, she's a citizen now of Australia. She's also a citizen of the UK because of her father.
Yeah.
And she's a citizen of Australia. So Australia, New
Australia as
Zealand,
well.
and the UK.
Yeah.
So she can go under any one of those three passports, whereas anyone else in those Asian countries cannot. They cannot have dual citizenship.
One would think that there'd be a universally similar thing with countries. I just found this bit. It says New Zealand's less awful relationship with its Indigenous population continued to influence Australia. In 1902, the Australian Parliament passed a law limiting the voting rights of Africans, Pacific Islanders, Asians, and Indigenous Australians. Here's the thing. Keen not to offend Kiwis nor imperil any future federation, they added an exception for the highly civilised native New Zealanders. Maoris won the right to vote in Australia before Indigenous Australians. Did you know that?
And yet, as a white New Zealander, get this, as a white New Zealander, I wasn't allowed to vote when I lived there.
Oh my freaking God. That right back to 1902.
Mm-hmm.
When women, neither white women Australians nor Indigenous had the right to vote, Maoris won the right to vote in Australia.
Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed to. When I lived there for 15 years, I lived there, and I wasn't allowed to vote. And yet they took my tax money.
Oh, yeah, they would take your tax money.
Everything I did legally, I paid to live there. I paid my taxes, and yet I wasn't allowed to vote.
I love my country, Kiwi, but I'm very ashamed of my country in so many ways. I mean, just, we started out doing this rivalry thing, with Australia and New Zealand, and I mean, it's been around forever. It really has, and it's taken as a bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing, But when you start to deep dive and you start to uncover some real facts, Australia's got a lot to answer for. It really, really has. It's kind of, it's shocked me a little bit. I thought we were better than that. We're deemed to be the laid back country, and easy to get along with, and that's predominantly bullshit. If you ask me.
Can I tell you something that was really shocking?
Yeah, go.
My ex now, but he wasn't then. We went to Australia on holiday to make our decision we were going to go back and live. And we went there on holiday, and while we were there, we got a ticket, a parking ticket.
Right.
So I said to my husband before we came home, back to NZ, I said, we better pay this ticket, otherwise it's going to go against us if we ever want to go back to Australia.
For sure.
So we went to the correct building. I can't remember where it was exactly. It was in Brisbane, because we did it on the way to the airport. And we said to the woman, we'll have to pay cash. She said, you can't pay cash. And we said, well, hang on. We want to pay the ticket.
How many years ago was this? Not
2001, 2002, somewhere around there. Could have even been a bit earlier, 2000. And we said, well, our credit card's maxed out. We can't put it on the credit card, so we'll have to give you cash. We had cash. And she said, I told you, you can't pay it. Where are you from? She said. And we said, well, we're going back to New Zealand. We're New Zealanders. She said, well, why don't you just fuck off back to New Zealand then?
Oh, my God.
Now, that came from a government Australian worker.
Nothing
We were
surprising me.
absolutely horrified. And people that were standing waiting to be served, they were horrified. They abused this woman for the way she spoke to us.
Yeah.
So my ex at the time called for the manager, and when the manager came out, we told him what happened, and we pulled out, I don't know, it was $20, say, and my husband slammed it down on the counter, and he said, you can stick that up your ass.
Yeah.
And he put a copy of the ticket down with the money.
I can't understand why they wouldn't.
No.
It's not like we've gone digital back in 2000 somewhere.
Oh.
Peter, I'm not answering for the crimes of the government. I didn't agree with their bullshit. Thanks, Peter. I'm going to make the declaration myself. I wasn't here. I wasn't born. Yes, I was. Oops, I'm old. I was born, but I wasn't old enough to vote. Will that help anyway? Can I just be classed as an innocent Australian? I wasn't in part of this. Oh, that is just unbelievable. I feel the same way about current day, right? You go in, and I know we're going to digress completely off where it was, but it was important that I say it. Service today, whether it's by government officials, whether it's by someone in a store or whatever, there's no such thing as service anymore. Do you remember, you're not as old as me, but remember the customer was always right? Remember I think my very first job as a teenager was in Sydney in Fleming's, which is like an IGA, a small sort of a thing like that. And, we had no such thing as cash registers where they all knew the prices. You had to memorise 100, when you did your training, you had to memorise 100 different prices of your basic things. But customer service, you never argued. The customer was always right. That was grilled into us for 6 weeks of training into that. I don't know what happened. Where the hell... Manhota says, yep, then customers became narcissistic assholes. Do you really think so? I've never,
some of them are pretty bad.
So
I mean,
I've
you've only
never
got to look
taken
at
that
some of the
view.
videos. Oh, man.
See, I have
I've
lived such
seen,
a
there was a
sheltered life.
video that I watched the other day on YouTube where this woman came into, I think it was McDonald's, somewhere like that in America,
Right.
and she
Oh,
wanted to change her order or something, and she
yeah.
slapped the girl behind the counter, fair
Yeah, I've
across the
watched
face.
those.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, why do people, you can't say the customer's right in that circumstance.
No, definitely not. No, not in
Every
those. But
circumstance is different. Yeah.
I've just, I mean, in America, having lived there, yeah, sure, I've seen that. You know, I also watch YouTube a lot. I've seen a lot of the stuff that's on there, and I get absolutely astounded at the how people will go into whether it's a food place or a Target or whatever, and just absolutely
Demand
demand, and they're throwing
service.
stuff
Yeah.
away. I've never seen that. I've
No,
never seen
it's
it happen.
it's
I have
demand.
recently here though, and the way they handled it astounded me. We were with the Bank of Queensland a couple of years ago, and Lynn had to go down there, and you know, she had to stand in line and do all that sort of thing. Anyway, there was someone in front of her that had a very, very unruly kid. She was a very big woman, dressed like she just walked out of the swamp somewhere. Anyway, the woman behind Lynn pushed up against her accidentally. It wasn't done deliberately, which kind of pushed Lynn into this woman. This woman turned around and unbelievable. She's raising a fist to Lynn, carrying on and everything. Do you know what the manager of Bank of Queensland said? Well, you really just have to move out of her way. And Lynn's getting...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It would be best if you just move out of her way. And I said to Lynn, what did you do? She said, the woman was big. She said, I moved out of her way. But that was their way of handling it. And we had been customers of that bank for, I can't remember how many years, but that was their way of handling it. I mean, that's absolutely disgusting. What does...
It is disgusting.
Deb says, I think age comes into play. Younger Aruda, I think they are beyond reproach.
I'd have to agree with that.
The entitled, yeah. 9 says, oh yeah, I've been cursed out before just because I needed a moment to think of my response, and they decided my moment was being disrespectful. So much for
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, mate. And Deb says, I've seen it from both. Most of the people who talk like arseholes to me are elders. Is that right? And I refer to them... and I refer them to Demi Storm, who is their age, and not just to every person. I love you tonight. A lot of younger people I've encountered seem to have social anxiety and are just scared to talk. Well... appeasement in the name of the modern game. In my day, they would have been told to piss off. Yeah, they absolutely would have. I think one of the things, and again it comes back to being neurodivergent, I've never been a person that has like been in a line-up and caused trouble or anything like that, because I'm very rarely in society anyway. And when I say, I've kind of led a privileged and isolated life. I have, in that I'm not mixed in society. I've seen and done a lot, but I've not mixed in society. So I'm not being
confrontational.
That's not been visual to me. Yeah, it's not been visual to me. So I haven't seen a lot of that stuff. You know, I can. Deb says I worked restaurants, bartender for years. I can handle anything, but don't know about today. It's scary. It's absolutely scary.
So.
I would do exactly what Lynn did, and I would get out of the way so bloody quick. Your head would spin, because I don't think it takes much just for them to raise a fist to you today and slam it into you. You see it on the news all the time. They don't really care. Yeah.
They don't even care if your back's turned. They'll attack you from behind.
Oh, there's some horrible stuff that you see. Kiwi, give us something to laugh about, because it's all very bloody morbid.
All right. Let's change the subject, shall we? Did you know
No.
That
Did I
New
know?
Zealand is not made up of 3 islands. It's
What?
actually made up of 603.
Bloody hell, what did they all sink? Where are they
There
all?
are 3.
going,
There are 3 main islands: North Island,
yeah,
South Island, and
on
Stewart Island.
Stewart Island.
But
Yeah.
then there's 6 other smaller ones, all surrounding New Zealand and Zealandia.
600.
600.
That's beyond even your ability to. Because
They're not-
I mean, think
they're
about
not
it.
all
If they were all in the, if they were all in the Tasman, you could literally walk to Australia. If you lined them all up, you could walk to Australia from New Zealand.
Yeah, and it also includes the Kermadec Islands and the Chatham Islands. They're all New Zealand citizens.
I wonder, are they all occupied?
Yeah, the Kermadec and Chathams are.
Right.
But the other 600 smaller ones, I doubt if they would be occupied. Some of them
Ooh.
may have been, yeah. And also, 80% of New Zealand is untouched by humans. It's too rugged.
A lot of that would be South Island, wouldn't it?
Yes,
I
huge
would
amount of
imagine,
South
yeah.
Island. Yeah, not all of
Yeah.
it, but a huge amount. Yeah. So there you go. Did you know Kiwis
No,
eat
I
the
didn't.
most ice cream in the world?
No. I want to know why. Why do they?
I don't
eat the
know
most
why.
ice
We're the
cream in
largest consumption of ice cream in the entire world. And per head of
Bragging rights.
population,
Yeah.
per head of population, we are the second highest country behind America that have McDonald's.
Is that right?
Yes.
The second. Who's the
Yes.
highest? Well, obviously USA.
America and then New
America.
Zealand.
So Australia's, we don't have. Well, we've closed half of ours. So
Well, this
so
is per
many
head of
per
population.
head. Oh, per capita. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
per capita.
Right.
Yeah.
Per capita. Okay.
And did you also know, another minor fact, that in
Yeah.
our parliament, we have a parliament that represents the Lord of the Rings.
Really?
That's his official title.
I want to delve into that. I just want to go into what Manotha said, because we finally got an Australian. I knew I would need Manotha to come and find Aussie's going to win at something. Yay, good on you, mate. The Commonwealth of Australia contains more than 8,222 islands. We win!
But per head of population, do you win?
No, we have... no, we don't win that, but we win 8,222 islands. Manotha, you have no idea how I have battled the last 2 shows to find something that is authentically Australian that we didn't knock off from New Zealand. And I kept saying every show, where's Manotha? I need Manotha. I need Manotha. And he comes back in and we won one. We've got that one. We've got more islands than you have. So
Well,
yeah.
we don't know per capita. You've got to work it out mathematically.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's the island. We got
Oh,
more
yes, it
islands
does.
than you. No, it doesn't.
Look how big New Zealand is in size for a start off.
Hang on, he's going to throw another one at you. Approximately 90 to 95% of Australia has virtually no permanent residents. We win again. You're not
We're
fighting me now. You're fighting Manotha.
Okay. Have you got a parliament representative representing a movie?
No, we don't. You know who if we were going to have anybody, you know who we'd have? Probably Mad Max, or Paul bloody Hogan and
Paul
the
Hogan.
knife. That would be about the extent.
That's a knife.
At
Yeah.
least your representation has some class and some history about it.
And
Oh my God.
if you go to Hobbiton, right, and you buy stuff
Where
in
is
Hobbiton,
that? That's not
that's
far
a
from
matter.
you, is it?
No,
Eh?
it's in the North Island.
North.
It's
Oh, right.
Matamata.
Okay. North Island. Right.
It's about 2 or 3 hours from Auckland. Matamata.
Okay. Right.
If you go to Hobbiton and view
Yeah.
all the Hobbit huts and look at everything, there's a huge tree up on the hill. It's enormous. That entire tree was man-made for the movie.
Wow. I'd love to see that.
Huge.
How do you make
But-
a tree?
Yeah,
Other than
very
grow it.
difficult. They said it took them about 2 years or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when you go to Hobbiton, you cash in your cash and you get Hobbiton money to spend.
I love
You
that.
can-
Yeah, that's fun.
You can spend that Hobbiton money anywhere in New Zealand.
Right. Okay. It's a legitimate
So-
tender.
It's legitimate legal tender.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
awesome, isn't it? Manotha just commented, he said, Australia has enough corruption in Parliament without making up fictitious portfolios. He's absolutely dead right on that one. That's awesome, wouldn't? Yeah, I mean, we'd have, in Australia, we'd pretty much have nothing to lay claim to in terms of that. It would be Crocodile Dundee. Can you imagine Crocodile Dundee and Pauline Hanson both in Parliament? What a bloody joke that would be. Or Mad Max and Pauline
That would be a
Hanson.
laugh.
It absolutely would. Deb says that's the extent of our Australian New Zealand knowledge. Crocodile Dundee. Pretty much, that's what we're known for. It
I still
really,
like
really
Crocodile
is.
Dundee.
Yeah.
Um,
Manotha said when I said, how do you make... Oh, fuck, he's an idiot. I love him. I so missed him. When I said about how do you make a tree, and he said, well, there's a mummy tree and there's a daddy tree.
but then you get turkey tree.
Then you get turkey tree. Thanks, Manotha. I love that. We needed to have a laugh. We were getting too serious.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, what?
We were the last country in the world to be inhabited by humans.
Really? Wow. I did not know that.
The very
I
last.
didn't know that. Wow. Does
Where-
it say what year was that? I wonder. Because we were 1770.
1646. The
Six,
Maoris came, inhabited by New
oh,
Zealand.
inhabited as
humans.
not okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my understanding is Indigenous Australia have been here for over
Oh,
40,000
long
years. So,
time.
yeah, and actually, I was doing a bit of a deep dive on that too. But a majority of them come from the islands above, and Asia, and I believe there's been a genetic link to a particular language group in Asia with Indigenous Australians. So I've got a deep. I only just saw that as a bit of a headline. I'd like to go into that a little bit more. So yeah,
Yeah.
we got. Are those islands? Peter said, of all the islands, the Australian ones and the New Zealand ones, are those islands counted at high tide or at low tide? I'd say probably.
That could be a very
low
valid
tide.
point.
I think it would
might-
be a very valid point. Yeah.
Australia might have 500 at high tide.
Could very well have.
Yeah.
I've just got these 6,000 odd from New Zealand to Australia, all making a little bridge.
You could just about jump from one to the other.
You could just about walk it, couldn't you? 660. I mean, how many miles are we? I know we're a 3-hour plane trip because I've done that.
It's
a few
2,000
times.
kilometres.
You wouldn't even fit 600 unless they were less than a kilometre wide. You wouldn't even fit 600
Or is
islands
it
in there.
1,200 kilometres, sorry, 2,000 miles.
2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's actually less. It's a less flight time to go from Sydney to Auckland than what it is to go from Sydney to the other side of Australia to Perth, because it's actually less. Because I
6 hours,
believe
isn't it?
it's 5 hours. Or something. Yeah, 5 or 6, something
6
like
hours,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I know when we went in the truck. Oh, I think it was like, I don't know, 24 hours or something it took us in the truck to get across the Nullarbor And
Wow.
that's an incredible place in Ullabull, because when we went across it, there's so many kilometres which are dead straight. There's not a tree anywhere. It's just this highway. And I can remember, even though it was a long time ago, I can remember sitting up in the truck, and the road, the highway ahead of you is just dead straight, but it's shimmering all the way in front of you, and there's not a tree anywhere.
I've seen that on
You
that trucking program. Yeah.
You feel like you're not. You feel like you're moving, but you're not moving. You're moving, but you're not getting anywhere. It is the most incredible feeling. And we pulled up at a truck stop, and we were talking to one of the guys that pull big rigs, trip 5 and 6 trailer cattle loads and all that sort of thing, and they do it sort of every bloody day. He said the danger is the mesmerisation of that. He said people just, thankfully, when they do go off the highway, because they're mesmerised by this, it's flat ground. There's nothing really that they can hurt or crash into, because it's just flat ground. But
There's
yeah,
no
anyway,
Baldwin streets.
no, absolutely not. Yeah, but I remember that it was absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it just happened to come up in conversation. Yeah, it was absolutely mesmerised. Okay, keep going. What else have we done?
What else have we got? We have more sheep in our country than people. We have 5 to 1 in sheep.
5 to 1. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's a lot of sheep. What's the price? What's the price? Given that, what Manatha said, that's a carton and a half trip. Yeah, you're not wrong. It was, believe me. And I had babies at the time. I had little babies when we did that, and they were all sitting in the back of the prime mover in the sleeper.
Oh, God.
Up there. Oh, yeah, it was fun and games, honestly. I had a newborn baby at one stage, and the littlies were still sitting at the back, because I had 4 kids under 3 years old. I was a very prolific breeder, and I was going to... Yeah, considering he was an interstate trucker, he was only home once a week, so ask me how I did that. Polyamorous relationships for everyone in New Zealand, right? What I was going to say was, given that you're in New Zealand, right, and I'm talking about consumer prices and stuff, what's lamb, given that there's such a high sheep population, is lamb one of the most expensive foods, or is beef?
No.
Beef still is.
Beef's higher than lamb. Yeah.
Yeah. Is lamb considered to be relatively...
I don't know. Depends where you go, I suppose. I don't buy it because my brother has a farm.
Ah, right.
And he has sheep.
I'm going to shock everybody. The last time that I bought lamb was a very long time ago, and it was $1.99 a kilo.
A kilo. That was a very long time ago.
That was
I don't know how much it is
long.
at the moment. I know Anjanette was saying that it was too expensive.
Brisket, a biscuit. How you doing? Good to see you. He says, good day, ladies and chat. I found Tin Tam at my local store in the US. Hope it's as good as the claim. You got to do the Tin Tam dunk. You have to go on, watch a video on the Tin Tam dunk. It's got to be dunked into your tea or coffee. And then there's a certain thing you got to do for it, and then it puts a little hole in the Tin Tam, and you drink your coffee through the hole. You got to learn how to do that to be considered an authentic
absolutely.
An authentic Tin Tam eater, drinker, connoisseur, whatever you want to call them. That's what you got to do. 30x that now. 30x, really, Manatha?
$23 for a leg of lamb, a kilo one.
I'm trying to work out what year. I think we are talking... We would be talking 1980. So we're talking 45 years ago. We used to think it was a bargain. We used to buy it bulk. and at $1.99, but you had to buy a minimum of 2 sides
Yeah.
of lamb, and you got it for, sometimes you could get 99 cents from some of the butchers, but
I can buy
majority
a
were about
huge,
$1.99.
huge 2.5 kilo leg with the bone out. So it's a boneless leg of lamb for $30, $32 from New World.
Yeah, Riz just said Tin Tam Dunk will do. Yep, you got to check it out to be considered authentic.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely,
Snap,
you've got to do the
snap,
Tin Tam.
suck.
Demi, 9, love you too, darling. Okay. Thanks for
that?
coming in, love. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm a pescatarian. I haven't eaten meat for. Oh my God, I don't remember. What is it?
What
Tim
is a
Tam?
Tim Tam? You have
It's
to
a
find
national
a picture and
biscuit.
put it up. Sure is.
Would you say it's a national biscuit for both of us, both
Yeah.
for New Z and
Huge.
for Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone eats
it's
Tim
a
Tams.
it's a longish wafer sort that has chocolate in the middle and it's covered
Put a
in
picture
chocolate.
up, Demi.
No, I've got to get
What?
all right. A Tin Tam. Oh, look at them all. And of course
I
now
know.
they have so many flavours, aren't they? I've got to get a picture up. I should put, how do I do this now? Okay.
You
I've gotta
copy
make
the
it a-
picture. Yeah.
Copy the picture, save it to the desktop because it's easier to find again.
Yeah.
And, okay, somebody else is going to find it for sure because I'm not very fast at this. Okay, Tin Tam, it's on the desktop.
They are divine.
Okay, how do I get it up there? Okay, I'm going to share screen.
Share it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll just, okay, save that. I've got to get out of here first. Okay, the biscuit, where is the biscuit?
Put it on the
OneDrive, okay.
desktop.
I know, I'm trying to find it. You know me, the brain, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. The brain doesn't want to work. Okay, I'm nearly there. Oh my God, I've done this 10 times faster than what I would have thought. Mind you,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
such a-
right, Risket. There are Arnott's.
There are what?
Arnott's
All right, so I'm
biscuits.
going to share the screen, entire screen, that one and that one. You are sharing. I don't want to share the sound, you idiot.
There we go.
Is it up there?
Yeah. Well,
Right
it's
to
down the bottom.
screen. Okay, look at that. That is yummy. And they have so many different flavours now. There's, they got peppermint, they got strawberry, they got, you name it. It's just
Caramel.
caramel is the best.
Caramel.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
absolutely love it. But
Salted
what you
caramel
do-
I've got now.
you get the biscuit and you dunk them
No,
in your
you
coffee
bite.
and you bite.
No.
All right, I've never done.
You
I'm
top and
Australian,
tail.
I've never done it.
Okay.
Oops.
You bite the top off. You turn
Right.
it round and bite the other end. Just a little.
Right.
Just enough to
Right.
break the surface. And then
Yeah.
you put it into your tea and you suck it. And your tea comes right through the Tim Tam. From one end to the other. And it makes it really gooey and soft and runny. It's just gorgeous. And
I
then you
just
can't
told,
hesitate in eating it. You eat half and then you eat the other half very quickly. It's called the Tim Tam Dunk.
and I just told Rizkit that he can't be considered like a true Tin Tam lover unless he can do that. I've never done it. Matter of fact, I don't eat Tin Tams at all. Ever. I'm not a chocolate eater. I'm a lolly eater or candy, as you know it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a chocolate eater. My Lynn here, I mean, she could eat boxes this big of chocolate. I could buy a small bar of chocolate, put it in my fridge. It'd be there in 6 months' time. It would still be there. I'm just
I'm
not a
about the
chocolate
same
eater,
with
so
chocolate. Yeah.
You're the
But
same.
I would
What? I'm a-
devout Tim Tams though. Sorry.
Kiwi and I, we are cashew eaters. We are twins, us
Cashews.
two, honestly.
Cashew nuts.
Yeah, cashews, licorice. I
Licorice.
love the red. I love the red, yeah. Ginger nut biscuits.
Ginger nuts. Ginger nut
I
dunks.
die for them. Ginger nut dunk. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can't have ginger nuts without the dunk.
There's so many things, and we are just so exactly the same. We're prawn fanatics.
Yeah. I love
Oyster
Aussie
fanatics.
prawns.
I love New Zealand. No, New Zealand rock bluff oysters.
Huge.
You can't get any better.
They're just massive.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And you can put them on the barbie, and they're not shrimp on the barbie, right? They're called prawn on the barbie. We don't have shrimps in this country, but they're massive. They're like New Zealand rock bluff oysters are like a steak.
Yeah, they are.
But they're a prawn, aren't they?
The meat in them are so big. Yeah, same with the
oysters. Yuck.
The same with the scallops from
Tasmanian
Stewart Island.
sea scallops. Yeah.
Oh man, they're
Absolutely.
Huge. Absolutely massive.
We had friends come over from New Z a few years ago, and they bought a chili bin or an esky, and they were allowed to bring it in at this stage full
frozen.
Absolutely full of New Zealand seafood. Absolutely beautiful. What does Demi, you faker? Why am I a faker? Tell me.
Because you're a pescatarian.
Because I'm a pescatarian, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Manova says, I am crushed. Why? How did I crush him? I'm so sorry. What did I do?
I only eat fish.
I was raised in a seaport town. When it comes to seafood, I only eat fish. I eat every form of seafood there out, and I only eat seafood. Mind
can live
you,
on it. It's easy.
Oh,
it's full of
absolutely.
protein. I love octopus, eel.
Oh yeah.
The Maori put huge eels, into their hungies, and it's all smoked.
I've had it.
And it's just gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. You can't go past it.
And
I've never
mussels.
No, mussels.
Green lip mussels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oysters. Yeah, crayfish. We
went years and years ago when I used to work for Westinghouse, Bridgestone, Westinghouse. The guy who worked in the manufacturing side of it won lotto. See, and he's only I think I might have told the story. 2 days previously to losing, him and his wife split up. She filed for divorce. Right, 2 days later he won lotto. He was so friggin' happy, he went and decided, he shouted everybody a night out on the kangaroo, what do they call it? The something Queen, Kookaburra Queen, which is a massive big ferry on the Brisbane River.
I've been on that. Yeah. I've been on that. We had our Christmas party on there.
And he ordered seafood for everybody, and we're not talking about just Australian or New Zealand food. It's seafood from all over the country. I've tasted that night's seafood like I've never ever tasted before. It was absolutely Bering Sea seafood.
The Bering Sea, yeah.
The Bering Sea, I'll never forget it. Yeah, absolutely. I was in my glory. I didn't want to ever come home. Deb says, I like seafood, but I'm inland, so fresh isn't readily available. See, I was born in a port. The people who raised me had boats, they had prawn leases, they had oyster leases. I think I was weaned from a bottle straight onto oysters, I think, pretty certain I was, so, being pescatarian is very easy for me. Also because being neurodivergent, I eat the same food ask Kiwi, I eat the same food every single day. I never vary.
She does.
My diet probably makes everybody close that I do that. Yeah, the same food. No one ever says, what do you want for dinner? Because they all know I'm having the same thing I've been having for the past 50 odd years. So, Good.
Going off
8-hour
the
drive
food-
from the coast, right?
Going off the
I've
food
missed-
subject, you know that long place name that I told you about last week?
Yeah, the one I can't pronounce. Yeah.
Oh, it's really difficult to pronounce, isn't it? I said to you it was the longest place. I wasn't
Yep.
sure if it was the longest place name in the world because of Wales.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
How many
it
letters
is-
did it have?
85.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It is the longest place name in the world.
Is it really? Yeah, that does
Yes,
not
I
surprise
did
me.
some more research on it.
Go
And
on, say it. Go on, I dare you. Say it. Try
Okay.
and say it.
Tua matawhakiangi, hanga kaukau, o matemati I, turipuka, piki.
That sounded obscene, to be honest.
But the locals call it Tuamata Hill.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And Jeanette's laughing. She actually did it, though. I'm quite surprised that she did it. So, and she did it
Well-
well, too, I might add.
They made it into a song. I think
Yeah.
we played that last week, didn't we? Those guys
Yes.
singing
Oh, I'd
it.
love to hear it again. I would love to hear it again. Can you find it?
You've got
Do I
that
have
file, haven't you?
I'll probably.
Do you want me
it's
to
probably
find
buried
it,
in
or-
amongst everything else? Yeah, I
You want me-
want to hear it again because I didn't really get a chance to hear it properly.
Okay.
It is so good, honestly. If you weren't here last week, it's so good.
Okay. Give me a
I've
second.
only just realised again how to show the comments. I needed you, Anjanette, to tell me. I know you would have remembered because I didn't. We'll get it. It's really worth listening to. I'm damned if I know how the person singing can get their tongue around it in a song. It's absolutely incredible.
Okay. Let's see if I can.
Do share media or share screen, one of the two. You've got that up. God, I've got to do a collab with you so you've got all the same stuff I've got.
Oh, here we go. I don't know if this is the right one. Hang on, I'll just do a quick check.
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
do a short on this. I'd love to do a short on it.
Now, what do you want me to...
Go to share screen
Copy link.
or share media, one of the two. Yeah.
I've copied the link.
Okay. Yeah, I stay within 5
Okay.
minutes regardless. Right.
I'll put it in WhatsApp.
Yeah, all right, and then I'll pop it up. Yeah. Okay. You in our chataway or in classic?
In yours and mine.
It's worth the wait, people. It's worth the wait.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. It's coming. It's coming.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. It's a TikTok one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
longest place name in the world, people.
Okay. hang
And
on.
it's in the North Island.
I can't seem to get it on full screen. Our full screen. Okay, now I've just got to go over to. Fucking hell! Where have I gone? I've lost us.
Well, we're still here.
Are you still there? Am I still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know where I've gone because I can't.
You're still here.
I know, but I can't seem to. I've got no.
Well, how did you
I know
put the
he's sing-
biscuits up, dear?
I don't know. This was a whole different kettle of fish. And now I've lost me and I can't find me. Okay, let me go. All right, okay. Back onto here. Oh, I know what I've done because I've put it onto the same monitor.
Okay.
I don't know how to actually get it onto the other one. No, I can't do it. We are experiencing technical.
Can't you?
You know, with no, I don't think I can. It'll take me a month of Sundays. You know, Demi doing anything technical. You've got to remember my age.
Okay.
It won't. It's going on to the same one. We'll figure it out. We'll do it next week. Because I can't figure it out. It's too technical. Can you do it?
I'm trying.
Oh, wait a minute. I think.
There it is there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
But that doesn't mean that there's actually any no, there's no sound with it. Yeah, I can't.
Make sure you turn your audio on.
My audio? No, because I'm not doing share media. I can't get it to go over onto my second screen. I don't know actually how to do that. Otherwise, I'd be able to do it. Somebody help. Oh. It's a peb cake problem. What's a peb cake? It's a peb cake problem. I don't know what a peb cake is.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. Settings, mute. It won't go on because I've done it the wrong way.
What's a pebcake?
I don't know. What's a pebcake? Manotha, what is a pebcake? That thing. I have no idea. We will do it next week for you. I have it prepared next week because it's well worth it. See, I did the other one because the Tin Tam one because it was just a picture, so I didn't need audio. So I just put it up and did the screen up. I don't know how properly to do a video that's not already in my video files. I've got to learn how to do that. Problem exists between the chair and the keyboard. I'm not talking to you. The problem exists that's in the chair. Manotha, that's where the problem consists, is this thing sitting in the chair is the problem, or perhaps my hands. Yes, that's between the chair and the keypad. No, you're dead right. I'm going to do a stream one day, and I'm going to do it on the Apple Mac. It'll be perfect. It'll be absolutely perfect because I know how to use an Apple Mac. And also, it's a better looking picture of me. I actually look younger. So I'm going to go with the Apple Mac one day because see, all the wrinkles are showing. We've got to get rid of those. My daughter said to me I should go and have Botox. And I went, they'd have to put so much Botox in these wrinkles that you wouldn't even recognise who I was afterwards. I'd have like 5 ton of Botox in there just to get rid of these. This took me years to cultivate these things.
Keep talking.
Why, what are you looking for? No, Manotha says no.
A picture.
Deb says, laughing. Riz says, what is Riz saying? What is that? It's a very fat little purple person. Is that me? That's me with Botox. Purple's my favourite colour, so there you go. What are you looking for?
A picture of Baldwin Street.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this. Never Botox. Wrinkles just means you're experienced. Thank you. Thank you. I agree with that. Yep. I think so. It's taken me a lot of years and a lot of experience to cultivate every single one of these, and I'm very proud of my wrinkles, which is a complete lie, but never mind. But I'm going to do the Apple one because I'm going to see that I'm not a complete blonditz. I can actually work a machine, but it has to come under the Apple Mac banner, not a PC. I can't. Sign of a life well lived. Yeah, exactly. A life that's been very socially isolating by choice. No, but I've learnt a lot through other people, I suppose. But not a lot of first-hand experience in things, because to be perfectly honest, this last 6 months since I started doing podcasts and stuff, I have probably seen, spoken to, had a relationship with, not a personal one, just a normal relationship with more people in this 6 months than what I have had in 74 years. How's that? And that's actually, that's the truth. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. Oh, Baldwin Street, yep.
The steepest street on the world.
And
you can read it, Demi.
Okay, the slope of Baldwin Street is about I don't know what that is.
2.86.
19 degrees or 35% at its maximum, about 70 metres, 230 feet from the top. Geez, I wish can I play that? No, I can't. That's another one we're going to play.
That's not a video. It's just a picture.
All right, next week we've got to do the street, the video with the song. Got to make note of this, and we've got to do the Baldwin Street.
I'll see if I can find a video of Baldwin Street.
Yeah, but unless you can get it up there, I can't. I haven't.
You can't park.
I will
your
next
car.
week.
You can't park your car on the street. You have to park it. You have to park it vertically.
I'm going back.
Horizontally.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizontally?
Yeah.
You got to park it horizontally. Oh my God, yeah.
Because you've got the street.
Danger of rolling over, wouldn't it?
You've got the street, and your car has to be parked the opposite way.
Right. Mowing the lawn would suck. Yeah. Absolutely it would.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible.
We lost it for 1 year because there was a place in Wales that contended the record for the Guinness Book of World Records, and they came back to Dunedin a year later in 2021 and said no, Wales missed the record. It was remeasured, and Dunedin still won for Baldwin Street, and they got their title back into the Guinness Book of Records for the steepest street in the world.
We've got one in Sydney, nowhere near as big as Baldwin Street, but I was about 10 years old, maybe 12 years old, and I started out on a bicycle. Two-wheel bicycle, not a motorised one. I started out at the top, and no one in their right mind is going to go down here, because right at the bottom of this hill, where this road is a big fence with chain wire right across it, and across the top of that is like barbed wire. So Demi, in all her stupidity, decides she's going to go down there. I had thongs on.
Oh,
I
you
had
didn't.
Thongs on. I did, yeah. I started out at the top, of course, completely lost. By the time halfway, I've tried to brake. My thong has come off. Jandal, in Kiwi talk, Jandal has come off, and my leg has wedged. My foot has wedged in the pedal, right? And it's touching the ground, right? So my foot is like that, and it's touching, and we're going forward. From halfway down the hill till we got to the bottom, I took every layer of skin off my toes and the first part of my foot.
Oh, what?
Every part of it. And then I crashed into the fence with the bike.
Oh, no.
Right through the chain wire. The barbed wire came. Had barbed wire cuts all over me and everything because I'm an idiot. And honestly, I think I had to had my foot bandaged up and everything. Yeah, it hurt. It really did. I think that was probably the last stupid thing, really stupid.
It was a
thing I've ever done in my
university
life.
student. Otago University is
I remember.
quite a famous university around the world. And there was a university drunk student who got inside a wheelie bin and took it up to Baldwin Street. And he got in it. And they let him go from the top. But he was dead by the time he hit the bottom.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, but it's long, isn't it? It's not only just high.
You're
it's
not
very,
allowed to
very
skateboard.
long.
You're not allowed to do anything with wheels. Nothing considered. It's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing
my
they do
gosh.
now every year is is Jeffers. I think they have a Jeffer race, and they do the rubber duck one. Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
remember that. I've still got on my toes. I've still got the scars on this particular on my right leg. There's literally no skin. It's just all scar tissue all across it. It was probably the most agonising thing because I couldn't stop, and whenever I'm moving, I'm just scraping the foot up on the thing. It was absolute agony, agony. And I had to make up a story. I lied through my teeth. I told my carers at the time that some kid pushed me. Wasn't me making a decision. It was I lied about it so badly. Yeah.
Oh, well,
it was not good.
Well, there's one good thing. You can't see them.
No. Did you see the little sign I put up? Thank you, Manotha, for saying that. Manotha put a sign up and he said, don't forget to press the like button, guys. I was mucking around with this morning and I found this. Can you see it?
Yeah,
going across
it's
the
been coming
bottom?
across. Yes.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not entirely stupid. I can figure things out sometimes. It's good. Have you got... Yep.
Do you know why New Zealanders call them jandals?
No?
It's a combination of Japanese shoes and sandals. So the JA is Japanese and then sandals. So they're called jandals. And that's where the name came from.
Kiwis also call something a word that in Australia means a condom.
A rubber.
A rubber. Yeah, no, there's another. I'm going to find that out now too. It's for us it would mean a condom, but for you guys, it doesn't. It means a rubber. I don't think it's the word rubber though. Yeah, I'm going to have to find this stuff out too. Yeah, no, I can't think what it is, but I will. We've got a few things we've got to find out for next week, and I should be writing these down, shouldn't I? Because
now,
what?
Don't forget before we finish up. Last week, Demi claimed the win. Now we're going to take that off her. Up with Demi.
I hate you.
She claimed the win for having the Australian flag designed before the New Zealand flag.
And I was completely convinced I was right.
That was in 1901. But in 1869, the New Zealand flag was designed. And it wasn't recognised until 1902 by King George, whoever. But the flag was designed 30 years prior. And it was the same design. Now, the funny part about all of this, and it's fucking hilarious, is that the Australian flag, they put out a competition, right? They wanted to change the flag. So let's put out a competition and design a new one. The winner of the Australian flag design is only from Otago, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
And he won
to say that.
He won £40 to design the new Australian flag, and he based it on the New Zealand flag. And he admitted it.
Okay, does that make the Australian flag a New Zealand flag? So you
Just
have two
about.
flags, we have none, basically.
Just
So
about.
the ownership of the Australian flag was another
Belongs
was
to
a
New
Kiwi.
Zealand. Yeah.
Can we not even have our own flag
No.
owned by us?
Sorry, you
Oh,
can't.
God. Who, Manotha, why do you need a prophylactic? He's got, okay, this is, really? And it's prophylactic. There's an H in there, I think.
Prophylactic.
Yeah, prophylactic.
Prophylactic. Is a H missing?
Yeah, I think there is too. Gotcha,
Yeah.
Manotha. He never makes mistakes, but he did this time. I think. I can't be absolutely sure, but I think there's an H in there. I think it's a silent H. Yeah. I can't believe that. I did not know. You didn't tell me that it was a New Zealander that did the
Yeah.
flag.
He's from
Oh
Otago.
my God.
And they had thousands of designs submitted in 1901.
Yeah.
And they had thousands of designs, and they narrowed it down, came up with the winning flag, and it was designed by a bloody Kiwi who lived in Otago.
Do you know, the only way Australia can win this is if we have a competition, and you win if you're the country with the least inventions.
So I'm sorry, but you're going to lose that one spot that you've got on your name.
Yeah, I know. And I lost the Wi-Fi one as well.
Yeah,
So,
you lost
I mean,
the Wi-Fi.
literally, the only thing we've got, we lost
Was the flag.
We lost the flag. We've lost the Wi-Fi now, and nowhere in anywhere does it say about the Wi-Fi. But that we've lost that. We lost the
Pavlova.
only thing we didn't lose was our one claim to fame is Wheat Bix biscuits, Wheat Bix cereal.
I hate
Don't tell me.
I hate to throw a spanner in the works.
I feel so neglected.
I did some research on this.
Oh,
It was
no.
originally designed in the UK in the late 1800s.
So we don't even have that.
No,
And you know,
it was
Our
modified
chances-
in Australia.
our chances of ever owning anything, because we're such a hugely multicultural country, everything that's
Yeah.
ever invented out of Australia for the next 500 years is going to come from another country. We've got no hope. There's nothing original. I mean, bloody hell. I'm going to
So
move.
it's
You got room
now
in New Zealand
the-
for me?
the balance is now shifted from 1 to 3 to 0 to 4
Yeah.
because it was the
It's not
Kiwi
good.
designing the flag of Australia.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look what Manotha just wrote.
What?
We know what that's an aim at. Bolded underarm. Oh my God. And I don't even like cricket. I hate cricket. But
Yeah, but you know
if
what
any-
that was all about, though,
yeah,
don't you?
if yeah.
Yeah.
The underarm bowl. Greg, what was his name?
Chapel.
Chapel, the Chapel boy, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know what that was about, it is the greatest disgrace in the entire history of Australian
and they
sport.
still get arseholes about it today, to
Absolutely.
this day.
I think we were against New Zealand. I think it was right at the last bowl.
New Zealand
we were
needed
tied. Yep.
New Zealand needed 6 runs to win,
Yep.
right? Or was it 4? It was either 4 or 6. So the team, part of the team got together. There was 2 or 3 of them. The captain, there was
Yep.
Chapel, there was the bowler.
Yep.
They all got together,
Yep.
and we can't let New Zealand win.
Yep. Oh.
So they bowled an underarm ball down the cricket pitch. New Zealand were absolutely spewing.
And so was half of Australia too, because it
Oh,
was
half of
so
Australia
bad.
walked away as well.
Oh.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
the Cricket Association then, that very almost to the day, changed the law that a bowler must bring his arm completely over his shoulder in a straight manner. So they can't chuck it, they can't throw it. It has to carry on straight over the shoulder.
Yeah, and rightly so. That was the most. I don't think that man, I don't think he has ever lived it down. I don't think the team ever lived it down.
He got booed. It was awful to
by
watch.
his own people for doing that, because
For
it
his
was
own people.
so unsportsmanlike.
They were the biggest fucking sore losers you could ever come across. And
absolutely,
it was a risk. Were New Zealand going to hit a 4 or a 6 off the last ball? We will never know.
Yeah. Bye, Riz. Thanks for coming in, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, biscuit.
So Australia invented proper bowling form. No, that I was.
No,
I didn't watch it, but I don't know an Australian that didn't bloody watch that or at least hear about it. You know, it was the embarrassment of the
Cricket
century.
Association had
absolutely, man. Yeah,
rewrote the rules and the way of describing.
Bye, Deb. Thank you. Oh yeah,
Bye,
absolutely.
Deb.
Deb and Manotha, Deb are moderators for our channel, and I want to thank you very much for doing that for us. Appreciate
Thanks, guys.
it. We really do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because G&G will be on soon, so they'll be getting ready for G&G for TNME and all of that. So, which is one of the reasons why we put our show. Oh, you were saying goodbye. Sorry, Deb. I thought you were going. She just put bye, but she was saying goodbye to Riz. Yeah, one of the reasons we did the 7. One of them, the reasons that we did the 7
Jeanette.
start.
Thanks, Angie.
Thanks, Ange. Was because of the TNME, which starts in about 25 minutes. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons. Because we are also fans, and we also like to catch up with them too. So
absolutely.
We can actually watch it.
I like to hear what
well,
bullshit's coming out of their channel as much as the bullshit comes out of ours.
Right, yeah. Well, matey, it's absolutely
I've
dreadful.
got to finish with a joke.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, there was an Australian who came out to New Zealand for a holiday, and he took a ladder to the pub. And the Kiwi said, "What are you doing with the ladder?" He said, "Well, I heard the drinks were all on the house."
Is that a demonstration of Australian lack of intelligence? Good one. Really, really good. All right, mate. You know what time it is, I'm afraid. Yeah. It's time to get ready for TNME.
All right, guys.
Go to the loo and do all that stuff. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, for being in the chat, for contributing, because it really does make it a lot more fun with all of that. So, not a mod on this channel. Yes, you are. You are. Oh, didn't I? You're supposed to be, Manotha. Maybe I just didn't change it over. Okay, I'll pop it over. I'll pop it over as well.
Yeah, make them a mod.
I should have done that.
Yeah,
My fault.
Yeah.
No props. All right. I know Deb's is, but I thought I'd done yours as well. All right, but thank you guys anyway as well. And we're going to do those things for next week. We're kind of I'm going to really deep dive.
What are we going to do? What was it again?
We've got to do the long name.
Video. The video.
Yeah, we got to do the street.
Okay.
And a couple of other things. What I want to do too is I want to do the wench is missing. Okay. Okay. Right. All right. I'll do that. I'll make sure that it's done, Deb. All right. I want to do some differences between the two countries in our slang and our words like that. Especially I want to uncover which one is actually the condom. Do a few like that too. So we've got to do those for next week.
For you though, you know your national anthem. No, it wasn't written by Kiwi. Not that I know of.
I was going to say I'm about to leave the bloody channel if it was.
Why? You know how most Australians say advanced and chance.
Yeah. Advance.
And in the national anthem, they sing Advance Australia Fair.
Advance Australia, because we wanted to sound posh, I think.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. But I tell you what we will bring on. There's an Australian comedian, and he does the Australian national anthem to Jimmy Barnes' Working Class Man, and it is friggin' phenomenal. So we'll bring that on next week.
So
too.
you do
And
have to get the video thing sorted. Yeah.
Yeah, we will get the thing. Let's practice during the week. Yes, verify. Verily. We'll practice during the week and see if I can actually get it right. If not, we have to write instructions in no more than a couple of syllables for me to get it. You know that. I'm joking, of course.
Okay.
But we will do that. But we'll bring on some of those things, so it'll be good. But thank you, everybody. Thanks, Kiwi. Always a pleasure to be with you. And I am very posh then, Anjanette says. Anjanette, you can pop in and say hi anytime you like. You know that.
She says advance.
Advance. Yes, that's because she's South African. How do you say that?
South African. No,
Afrikaans. That's right. It has the Hans at the end of it. Very good. Great.
They pronounce their A's differently. Yeah,
they do. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to put on an accent for next week. I think I'll just be a little bit British. Now, I have a friend who lives in Bedfordshire. And in Bedfordshire, there she goes, in Bedfordshire, he used to crack me up because he'd say, water, not water, water. So, water, yeah.
No, there ain't no water in Mallorca.
And Mallorca. And he'd say brother. So I said to him, say, I'm going to take some water to my brother. And he said, I'm going to take some water to my brother. Oh, my God, it's such a strange accent. Bye. Bye, Deb. Thank you.
They used to say...
proper in it, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have a party for my 16th birthday.
There's so many accents in
They don't
England.
say TH. 16th.
No. But, and this is... Yeah, I mean, they're not very... He's from Bedfordshire, which is not that far from London. And the two accents, though, are unbelievably different.
Totally.
And yet it's not very far away at all.
My accent's totally different than North Islanders.
Yeah.
And Southlanders. Southlanders roll their R's.
Don't they? Yeah. Hang on, one last thing. Aren't you a lady of Scotland?
Yes.
Yes.
Legally. I can put lady before my actual name,
Lady
because
Kiwi
I
Klassic.
own land in Scotland.
Yes, absolutely.
And
I heard that.
And I'm a lady of, like men are lairds, women are ladies.
Yes, we'll have to put Lady Kiwi Klassic up on the thing from now and give you your royal title.
I can use it legally.
Yeah.
But
you can.
I have a certificate and everything to say I can, but I don't.
No, of course not. What's that actually? Okay. Is it? Well, we'll find out about that. I think there's one, Manotha, that is, but I think the one Kiwi is.
Yes, there's one legitimate and one that's
hers is
scam.
legitimate because her history is Scottish.
Yes.
Because her grandmother's a full Scot, So hers is actually legit.
It went back to my great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he was.
She has the full authority of which I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we better go because everyone's going to want to go tea and me, and I need to go to the loo, have something to eat, and do all that sort of stuff before it comes on. Yes. Anyway, thank you, everybody. We'll see you same time, same channel next week, and we'll have all of those things sorted out because I'm going to practice. So sounds like New Zealand mischief to me. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Before we do, I've got to do that little one. Okay. We'll see you later. Bye for now. Stay safe.
Bye, everybody.
Well, the Tasman Sea, it still divides us. But tonight we tried to bridge that gap for a while. Demi and Kiwi, two mates just chatting, with a laugh and a story and a whole lot of style. So hit that